Hello, cooking enthusiasts. This week's video was going to be just a quick recipe that demonstrated my new camera, but of course I bought an open box camera and there were pieces missing, and I can't get that replaced until next weekend, so that idea is out the window. I do have a lot of things on the go, which you've seen if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, but none of them really felt ready for a video. So instead of uploading nothing, I thought I would take the opportunity to make a pretty big announcement. It's something I've been thinking about for a while and have recently started seriously working on. I am working on, and I have finalized the concept for my first cookbook. It's going to be 50 recipes, 5 chapters. I'm thinking it's going to take about a year to work on. So, tentative release date is summer 2020. Before I get into the theme of the book, I want to talk about what I do already have done. I have the title. I have all of the ideas for the recipes written down. Quite a few of the recipes I've already tested before, or at least tested a version of them. But obviously, for the book, I'll be doing everything again at least once. If you are someone familiar with my videos, there is going to be some repetition, but I think there's also room for refining some of my older recipes and getting certain recipes more exposure. Obviously, the plan is to basically do everything myself. My caregivers, friends, and family will obviously be doing all of the actual cooking and also the photography, but all of the ideas, the writing, and even arranging and constructing the book will be done by me. The plan is to release a digital and a physical version. For the physical version, I'll be self-publishing that as well, but there is a chance a publisher might become interested in the course of developing the book, but I highly doubt that. Now, there are a number of reasons I want to do this. One, I think, even self-published, there is some legitimacy to having a cookbook out, just given how much work it is going to take. Also, as I mentioned a few videos ago, written recipes with photos is kind of my ideal format in terms of what I can produce. As much as I love making videos and want to improve them, there is a usefulness to cookbooks. I also like that it lets me work on and eventually release a bunch of recipes in a similar category. For example, if I was going to release 10 gelato recipe videos in a row, I think that would be boring for me and for you. So, going forward, there are going to be a lot of videos and other content related to the development of the book, but it won't entirely be about that. For starters, there are plenty of recipes that I want to save for the book, although occasionally a video I release will straight up be a recipe from the book. But because the outline is already confirmed, there's also lots of opportunity to make parallel recipes related to the book, but not directly in the book. There's also plenty of projects that don't fit within the scope of this book. For example, any of the dry aging stuff or really advanced fermentation won't be in this book. Now I suppose I should actually tell you about the content of the book. For lack of a better description, it's the cookbook equivalent of an autobiography. It's the type of food that I'm currently very interested in, and it's also the types of food that I make very often. The current title is Italian Canadian because that is my background, and a lot of the recipes are very Italian influenced, but there's also a lot of international influence as well. For example, despite being very Italian, the first recipe in the book is going to be kimchi, which I think is very funny. I'm sure I will reveal a lot more as the months go on, but for now, I will leave you with the planned chapters of the book. Chapter 1, Fermentation. Chapter 2, Baking. Chapter 3, Making pasta. Chapter 4, Cooking pasta. Chapter 5, Gelato and sorbetto. As you can probably tell, I'm not super secretive, so if you have a question about the book, please feel free to ask it, and I will probably answer it. Otherwise, thank you for watching.